What's up, world? It's your boy, KritaCali Acclaimed. I'm here with my co-host, Rue. I want to thank you guys for being in the field today. The show is basically about educating the viewers on the hustle and the outcomes of the industry all over the world. Now, we want to spotlight artists and want to show you the behind the scenes of the who, what, where, when, and why. Now, we in the field, man, so we got to bring it to you live and direct. The show is all hip-hop, so we're going to talk a lot about the history. We're going to talk about the industry, the CEOs. We're going to talk about the hustle. We're going to talk about everything that pertains to a starving artist trying to get to where he's trying to go. So for our first episode, you know, we definitely want to bring you to the core and the root of hip-hop. So right now I got my brother Rue. Rue, tell him about yourself. Grab the mic for me one time so you can talk to the viewers, talk to the world.
Yeah. So my name is Rue. You know what I'm saying? The founder of FNG Productions. You know, we are the FieldGs. We have a 24-hour one-stop shop, all multimedia. You know what I'm saying? You can get all your music done, all your visuals done. And, you know, we're here to service the Inland Empire. We're here for you.
Dope. That's dope. That's dope. So, you know, one thing that we wanted to elaborate on our first show is the route that hip-hop is headed and where it started from for you. Where did hip-hop capture you first?
Ooh, that's a good one. Hip-hop captured me around, it's about 11. It's like around 92, right around the riots. First thing I ever heard was Far Side.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I heard Far Side and Redman. Far Side and Redman. First two acts I ever heard, and that took me down my journey to, you know, sitting right here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So when you heard Redman and you heard Far Side for the first time, as far as Far Side, a group coming out of
Los Angeles, California.
Los Angeles, California. So this group was mainly, I mean, I'm rough with it, but was it Project Blow?
Well, it surrounded around that era. Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
you had artists like Fat Lip, who was part of a group,
right?
Who put the hip hop in the forefront for Los Angeles. So how did that affect you? Like, what did that make you feel? You know, to hear these artists from Los Angeles, California. You also from Los Angeles, California. How did that make you feel knowing that they made it out or they got their words and their lyrics heard?
Well, you know, it was a different story for me because, you know, you had your West Coast hip hop started off more gangster, started off more, you know, about the life. You know what I'm saying? The life we was living at the time. And with Far Side, it was kind of like a breath of fresh air. It was different. You know, it's kind of like more lyrical, more, I guess, the start of backpack rap. You know what I'm saying? That's where I would go with it. And it was just it changed the barometer for hip hop to me because if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have your Kendrick Lamars, you wouldn't have your, you know what I'm saying, your, you know, today's acts. You know, it was just a different story. You know, it changed things.
Right. Well, I remember growing up, Run was one of my favorite songs from Far Side. Yeah. You know, even them doing the video backwards, you know, that was innovative. And that's what we want on this show. We want to spotlight the local artists that are innovative, that may not get that spotlight, that may not get that shine that they truly deserve. So, you know, like you also touched on Redman. Redman, you know, Muddy Waters. Yeah. You know, that's, to me, one of the hip-hop Bibles. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? If Redman had never did Muddy Waters, we wouldn't have this. You see, it wouldn't have been able to evolve to me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, explain that to me.
Well, Muddy Waters was a very, to me, it was a very intricate time in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It was transitioning from, you know what I'm saying, your jazz era. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop had various eras of it. You know, you had your jazz, you had your blues. You know what I'm saying? It was so many facets to it. You know what I mean? And so now, if you listen to hip hop today, it's a complete blend of everything.
True.
You see what I'm saying? So if it wasn't for what he did with Muddy Waters, he kind of took it back to a more bluesy situation.
True.
And so it highlighted that. And he named it correctly and everything. And it was themed correctly throughout the whole thing. It was very raw, rugged.
For the time.
For that time.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So with influences like, let's say, K Solo is his brother, guys like that, Method Man, you know, him running side to side with Method Man and them putting that together. You know, for me, Blackout, you know, one of the
Yeah,
dopest
Red Meth.
records.
Yeah.
You know, so with Red and Meth, it was more of a lifestyle that they projected. You know, it wasn't necessarily the grimy cat out of the hood, you know, doing thug shit. It was more so, you know, this is my lifestyle. This is who I am, like it or love it. You know what I mean? And that's what I liked about Redman and Method Man.
That's exactly what Redman did in particular. You know what I'm saying? He was real as real could get.
Okay.
And spawned those types of MCs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, I know you have your own label. I know you have your own artists. So what are some artists that you have coming out that are doing their thing per se?
You know, we have KritaCali Acclaimed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Dropping 1 million projects. You know what I'm saying? We have Ray Hustle. You know what I'm saying? We have KG. We have AJ Hayes. We have, you know, it's a plethora of us. It's a lot of us. You know what I'm saying?
And yourself, you're a CEO that raps.
Yeah.
You know, and that's real. I once talked to a dude. He said, "Man, I would never sign to somebody that raps." And I asked him why. I said, "Why you say that?" He said, "Well, you know, you'll never get to shine because they want to rap and they want to do their thing." I disagree with it, you know, totally. But I see where he came from. You know, he was like, "I'll never sign to Snoop. I'll never sign to Baby," because they're still active in their careers, which I don't get. But at the same time, I understand if that's how you feel. You know, and a lot of these artists, they do have a longevity to where their fire will never go out.
True.
You know?
Yeah.
So yourself, man. I mean, you coming up as an artist, where did you start?
Ooh, I started off as a, you know, I would say start off in kindergarten when I go. Inside joke. But yeah, and like I said, start off as a young kid, freestyling, you know what I'm saying, battling on the corners. And, you know, the older I got, the more it took to me. You know what I'm saying? It kind of chose me in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And what concerts have you been to at a young age that kind of like, I mean, changed your life? Like, I mean, I'm rapping. Like, I seen this dude perform and I'm a rapper.
Nah, you know what? It ain't even that. First concert I ever went to a Kales concert. I went to an R. Kelly concert when I was a teenager.
Talk to me then.
And Kales killed everybody. He killed all the rappers. He killed Ashanti. He killed everybody. Kales, all the hits that was out, I believe Kales wrote them. And he performed everything. And that's what made me want to perform and do all that. It wasn't even rapping. I just seen one dude that was ill at what he did, and everybody marched to his drum beat. And that's what
he put on a hell of a show. Man. See, and that's the thing with artists these days, y'all. Like, you know, artists, you know, it's easy to hop on a beat and you know, write a song, but performing that song and shooting a visual to that song is the main thing that, you know, you want to put out to the world. You know, you want to perform these songs and you want to be able to put on a show. You know, Beyonce puts on a show, Jay-Z puts on a show. So after this break, I definitely want to get into show performances and some of the greatest performers that we ever touched. So, like I said, you're now tuned in to NTheField, powered by GrindFace, FNG Productions. You know what I'm saying? You need to check us out right now on IELiveTv.com.
Go check us
You're
out.
now tuned in. So, like I said, after these breaks, we're going to get back to you on the best performances and some of the best performers in the industry and in the game and for all time. See you after these messages.
Are we rolling? You know what it is, ODM, voice of the IE, 99.1 KTGI, a.k.a. your mama's favorite DJ, that rapper, Slider Shade of Brown from back in the day. Man, it's all about GrindFace, a pearl. GrindFace, boy, get it.
If you need a Quelo, my nigga, I'll make it happen. On your face. If you need some work, my nigga, I'll make it happen. If you want that bitch, my nigga, I'll make it happen.
DJ Iceberg.
I'm the plug, I'm the plug, I'm the plug, I'm the plug, I'm the plug. I'm the plug, I'm the plug, I'm the plug, I'm the plug, I'm the plug. It's mixtape monopoly, fuck, nigga.
I'm a J.A. General in California cat. Who don't serve me rapping on Mac.
playing no games, they know I'm like act. I make no friend, ain't no friend. Business as usual. Fuck it, nigga, let's hit this hit. Say he needs some handguns and something chunky militant. Say no more, 7 p.m. Mini by the dealer shit, killer shit. Gangsta, know who you dealing with. Money keep on calling it, blessing keep on peeling it. Higher than your ceiling, put fresh up off that dealer shit. Leadership, took a quiz, plus I aced that. Any crap, we turn that motherfucker to a racetrack and fade black. I get it jugging so I can fade back. Real passion up for Mac, know I'm getting paid, Jack. Laid back in the couch, listen to some Mac.
Work, my nigga, I make it happen. If you want that bitch in my nigga, I make it happen. I'm the plug, I'm the plug, I'm the plug, I'm the plug, I'm the plug. I'm the plug, I'm the plug, I'm the plug, I'm the plug, I'm the plug.
Yeah, you need it, I got it. I'm coming as soon as you want it. Hit him a cook and the 9 shots, cause Krita be loving his money. 150s in one hand, never my palm, I got more grams. Niggas be talking that shit, but they ain't no way they can fuck up my program. She mine as soon as the dope slam. That bitch be driving to that D like she from Motown. Blow some weed, sip a little lean, I never slow down. Nights like this got me appreciating the Greyhound. Fuck the police, man, I get it how I know how. Unless they looking for a boss, I don't fit the profile. I do business, I do business, I do business. Manufacture bitches just for Lamborghini wishes. All about them digits, my connect is something vicious. Don't come back with his tip and somebody come up missing. From the hole to the baking soda. All you gotta do is place an order. I got it.
Work, my nigga, I make it happen. If you want that bitch in my nigga, I make it happen. I'm the plug, I'm the plug, I'm the plug, I'm the plug, I'm the plug. I'm the plug, I'm the plug, I'm the plug, I'm the plug, I'm the plug. Give me some work, my nigga, I make it happen.
Yo, we back. It's your boy KritaCali Acclaimed. So look, I had to bring another hip hop head in the building, man. It's my cousin Ray Hustle. This is actually my cousin, and you know, my cousin Ray Hustle. He's an artist from Los Angeles. Together, I'm gonna give y'all a little insight. Together, me, Rue, Ray Hustle, we are a group called the FieldGs. We've been doing this for a long time. We've been grinding for years. We've done multiple shows. We've done multiple albums, multiple mixtapes. So like I said, this is a platform for artists to showcase and really talk about their history and talk about the grind and the stuff that they've been through. So, of course, you know, with the grind, we had to bring GrindFace into it. So shout out my sponsor, GrindFace.
Shout out GrindFace.
You know, so Cuzzo, Ray Hustle, man. Good to see you, Cuzzo. So I definitely want to bring you on the show to give a little input about hip hop and what you know. So we want to talk about some of the greatest performers of all time. Some of the performers that they stick out in your mind, and you could just say like that's him.
You got to go back.
I mean, off top, I'm gonna say James Brown. I mean, Godfather of Soul. You know, James Brown was the one that made every other entertainer want to perform like we are performing right now. You know, I mean, if with no James Brown, would be no Mike. With no Mike, it wouldn't be no everybody.
Okay. So James,
but you know what? Look what he just said.
okay.
From something I spoke on a little earlier. So with hip hop, the original forms of hip hop, in my opinion, is all innovation because everything's already been done. So you're taking a innovation of music. You see what I'm saying? So my man just mentioned James Brown. This is my cousin too. He just mentioned James Brown. So with James Brown, more of a bluesy type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Which perpetuated hip hop. You see what I'm saying? It was a an African American art form. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to touch work nobody the wrong way, but it's the truth. Hip hop formulated from that same situation.
Here we go again.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
That same type of struggle, that same type of dedication, that's where, the art form changed, and progressed to, different parts of music to where, hip hop developed, because it wasn't just that.
Well, it says here that he was a songwriter, a singer, a record producer, a dancer, and a band leader. So that's what NTheField is about. You know what I'm saying? It's about you being able to be a multifaceted artist, be a multifaceted producer, a multifaceted videographer, a multifaceted entrepreneur or mogul. So, just reading that there was just like, well, he was a singer, songwriter, producer, and a band leader. You know what I mean? That's a lot of hats to wear.
it also shows you exactly how serious you have to be about your entertainment. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So with hip hop, it goes into your artistry. You see what I'm saying? So you have James Brown was a songwriter. He was a choreographer. So what else?
A band leader.
A band leader. Look at all these hats that man had to wear. So that guaranteed the success. The harder he went, the harder his hustle went, which furthered music. You see what I'm saying? We're sitting here partially because of that man we just talking about.
And that energy he passed on his performances went on to other artists who, were paying attention like, dang, I need to bring that type of energy. I need to bring that James Brown type of energy where I'm getting the band understand what I'm saying, the crowd hear what I'm saying, they rocking with me, I'm out here dancing the way that I want to, and I'm feeling the way that I want to, and everybody feeling me,
Right.
That's that positive energy.
Well, how do y'all feel? What about Bob Marley?
I think Bob is the ultimate lyricist. And I'll say that with
You have to see one thing about the show. You have to explain yourself.
I'm gonna be honest, because Bob's music touched you without him cussing at you, without him being derogatory. Bob touched you with reality.
Now I'm gonna say this: for years, crazy you said that. For years, you wrote verses without cussing in them, right? And was that part of your influence, part of your Jamaican heritage, part of your that made you, do that? Did you notice that when you were doing that?
I can't say that I attribute that to Bob. I think that as a writer, when you get to a certain level,
Okay.
you have to develop your style. And if you understand that, you don't need to use certain words in order to get your point across, because it's more about how vivid you are as opposed to how, descriptive you are about a negative, word.
Right.
I can tell you how I'm gonna fuck this bitch way better in my lyrics than just telling you in a sentence.
Okay.
I need 16 bars. I don't need 4 words, because I'm gonna tell her and you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's talk a little bit about the history. Now we can go all the way back to Bambaataa, or we can start wherever y'all want to start. But I do want to start with Bambaataa because there was a statement being made that was basically saying that Bambaataa was a homosexual. So with that being said, is that an agenda that did they start from the root to plant this agenda on this artist? Being that they have that in hip hop, but did they attack him on a stand base because he was the godfather of hip hop?
Well, 35 years, I never heard it.
Okay.
So goes into the Bill Cosby effect.
Okay.
You got Bambaataa, who was African Bambaataa, much respect.
Give us a little insight on him.
Well, he was before my time. You know what I'm saying? But I do know about him. He one of the founders. You know what I'm saying? He I remember ISIS. God damn, that was wow. That's taking me back. That's taking me way back. You know what I'm saying? But I never heard these allegations growing up. It would have came out a long time ago. So, when I hear rumors like that, I just let them go.
Yeah.
I would like to add too.
Go
I
ahead,
know that
please,
African Bambaataa. I was a youngster too. So, back then I wasn't paying attention to hip hop as much as I was to cartoons, but I can definitely tell as I've gotten older, I know that the sound and that the transition from a blues scatting type of style in the 80s was, from my impression, was brought out by African Bambaataa. But there is the conspiracy of, who actually started doing that, who was the one who brought that to the forefront. Did they steal that and just put it on records? Because they seen somebody else at the party doing it, performing. So I mean, it's a whole bunch of controversy behind who actually started. But the Zulu Nation is where we're supposed to have gotten the foundation for our sound for hip hop.
Yeah, well, if you're watching, hip hop started in the South Bronx. First and foremost, this is what this show is about. The show is to educate you, the viewer, on the culture of hip hop. Hip hop started off in the South Bronx by a man named African Bambaataa. Now, this man created something from scat that ended up being rhythm that turned into hip hop, that turned into rap. Now, we started with him because the thing about African Bambaataa is, from this man starting off putting rhythm on the sidewalk of South Bronx and having a mass crowd join around him, and he would put beatboxes out his window, and I mean the whole Bronx would come out and party with him. So I say that to say that, like, know your history. Know your history is the main thing that's going to have you thrive as an artist and as a good mogul and entrepreneur. So I definitely want to bring that up now. The 80s, the effect that the 80s had. Let's talk a little bit about KRS-One. Let's talk about KRS for a second.
KRS-One, that's Boogie Down Productions. That's one of my favorites. Also an originator. He took battling to a forefront, battling on wax. You know what I'm saying? It was you had your freestyle battles. You had your situations like like Kumo D and Biz, and you had Shan and KRS-One, which is one of my classic all-time favorite hip hop beefs. It was something that it was unprecedented at the time. It turned. Those two guys were both lyrical giants at that time, and KRS proved to be the most formidable. You know what I'm saying? Even till today, you know what I'm saying? A lot of hip hop standards is held high by him, by KRS-One.
Okay, so let's get a little controversial here. Let's talk about some controversy a little bit. Oh yeah. Since we here, controversy is like this. Look, I look at it like this. I'm gonna put it out there. Nelly beat KRS-One in that battle. Now look. Oh yeah. Now I'm gonna say this. Nelly beat him for one reason. He styled on him in my aspect. Now I'm a little bit younger than my brother and my cousin, so I'm gonna definitely I'm gonna let them tell their perspective on their side and how they felt about that battle.
You know what? Nelly beat him because he was new. He was a sign of the times. He draked him. Wow. And this is why I say he draked him. KRS lyrically murdered that brother. And lyrically murdered Nelly, but it was hot in her.
But 2 is not a winner, and 3 nobody remember. Hey, I am number 1. Yo, NTheField TV, man, we the #1 hip hop show in the nation. Hey, powered by GrindFace, you already know. IELiveTv, please check us out. .com, please check us out. We are here every Sunday from 8 p.m. to 9. We'll be rocking you and enlightening you on hip hop. Hey, FNG Productions, shout out the team. FieldGs is the group. So, like I said, we still here, man. We want to talk about the hip hop, culture in general, and basically give you guys a timeline. So, we were just saying KRS-One, the Grand Master, man. He's the dopest MC I've ever heard. But styles make fights. Styles make fights.
You think he's the dopest MC you ever heard?
KRS-One?
KRS?
One of them.
I definitely would give him one of the. He's definitely one of the most influential.
Okay.
As MCs, definitely, definitely.
So let's talk about this for a second. You said something about draking. Is this a new term for being slayed, or?
Yeah, when you get put down, when a brother get put down by brother that sings.
You can say nigga. You can say nigga.
I can say nigga.
You can say nigga.
Okay, well look here.
You said nigga, right?
You said nigga, right? No, okay, look. Ain't no singing nigga finna body me. No, because I'll sing back. I'll sing back at you.
Let me say something though, because LL was a singer.
But
LL was
but Mama said knock you out.
Yeah, but that Drake.
But Mama said knock you out, right?
That Drake style came from LL. He was loving the ladies.
I'm not gonna
because
say
nobody say nothing.
I'm not gonna say it didn't. I'm not gonna say it didn't. I'm not gonna say it didn't. But like I said, since we got since we got to do it, fuck it. Me, I love you, my nigga, but you fucked up. I don't know what to say, but fuck it. Look,
LL.
No, he's talking about me.
No, because you said Drake.
Okay.
And this is why I said you got.
This is a term now.
To me, yeah, it is a term.
It's an action word.
When an MC gets bodied by a non-MC, when you are supreme lyricist, and I think of today's standards, Meek is a supreme lyricist.
He is.
And he got put down by a nigga that don't write his rhymes.
That part.
And that just don't feel right to me. Because if you got an army of cats, that write for you, I respect it. I bet you I could beat your army of writers.
Okay, well look, check this out.
That's how I feel about it.
So look, when we come back from this break, we gonna drop another video. We gonna take a break. When we come back from this break, we're gonna talk about some of the iconic battles that happen in hip hop. I definitely want to hear you guys' opinion. You know, thank you for tuning in to NTheField TV. We are here. GrindFace, man. We powered by GrindFace. GrindFace everything. GrindFace.com. Check him out. We got apparel. We got everything. Anything you need, you check out GrindFace. IELiveTv. That's where you can find some of the greatest sitcoms on the world. So, you know, next video we on. Check us out. Run the video. Bright lights.
What's up, Trent Sheldon here, CEO, founder of Rehab Time. First of all, I always want to send a shout out to GrindFace. Waking up, getting your grind on, always moving forward, let nothing hold you back. Like I say in every single video, every single message, it always starts with you. It's your life. Take responsibility of it and give your gift to the world. Stop taking what the world gives you and start giving what you want to the world. It's Rehab Time. Let's get it.
I mean, life is great. Everything's so luxurious. I can't complain. Hey, if you ain't on, then get out more. Bitch, I been the man, it's just an encore. She wanna ride that way, she want that surfboard. I cracked her like an oyster, then I ate the soft part. She addicted to the meme shit, I am too. 250 bands to change her point of view. Day parties, bad bitches in swimsuits. We got the trap looking like Cancun or Cabo. I promise you swallow every last drip of a pimp. Mesmerized by the game in the flick of the wrist. Diamonds in my chain, the invisible set. Yeah, talking crazy to your bitch with her legs up. She love a dark nigga with a haircut. Oh, I got the glow, you ain't seeing things. You might be blinded by my diamond ring. Let go. Diamond ring shining like some bright lights. Like I live on stage. Diving in the ground like the crowd is swimming pool. Can you catch my wave? Yeah.
Diamonds on my neck, girls with no car. Posted on the scene like a gangster. Diamonds on my neck, girls with no car. Posted on the scene like a gangster.
He major. I've been waiting all my life for this very minute. 1 million people came out to see him, cause nobody else can be him. They begging for free tickets in my DM. Come to my next show, you might hear your joint, but if you ain't there, you a square like 4 points. I got the whole front row with their hands up, getting drunk as hell till they barely can stand up. I got drive, plus I got it mastered, right? It's the only way I buy cars if it come without the hazard lights, cause I don't plan on stopping. Watch out, I might pass you niggas up in that jalopy. Room, room, you can hear my engine. No knocking up in gang. I finally got the finer things. That's why your girl keeps staring at my diamond ring. Hey, diamond ring shining like some bright lights. Like I live on stage. Diving in the ground like the crowd is swimming pool. Can you catch my wave? Yeah.
Diamonds on my neck, girls with no car. Posted on the scene like a gangster. Diamonds on my neck, girls with no car. Posted on the scene like a gangster.
I mean, life is great. Everything's so luxurious. I can't complain. Hey.
So we're back. In the Field TV, powered by GrindFace, FNG Productions, IELiveTv.com. Tune in now. We're here every Sunday from 8 to 9. Check us out. You could also look us up on Google. I'm KritaCali Acclaimed. Check me out, your host. So I'm back with my peoples, man. My boy Ray Hustle, my brother Dayru. Now, before we left the break, we were talking about these epic rap battles in hip hop. So, as you were saying, Dayru, niggas is getting draked out here.
Niggas getting draked. And where I was alluding to previously is if you are an above average lyricist, if you are an MC, right? I consider myself an MC. And I've been in many freestyle battles. I've been in many record battles. I've done it all on a local scale. And my experience with that is if somebody bum rushed me with music, and I got this from KRS-One, I got something for your ass off top anyway. I got something for the top 10 niggas in the game anyway. So if one of y'all was to come at me with anything, you're murked off top because I got something original. I got something that's gonna kill you. When somebody comes at you that is not, you know, you're not a rapper, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's not what you do. You know what I'm saying? You're more of a, you know, a sing-song type dude. So if a sing-song dude can murk off an MC, just like Nelly did KRS-One, just like LL Cool J did Cannabis and shit like that. It's like,
okay, let's stop it there. Cannabis. The man hops on a song and disrespects the man that he hops on a song with.
I mean, and
what part of the game is that?
I was gonna say something about that with the Meek Mill situation. Like, I feel like if you look at it, I mean, you can kind of be, you can say something about Meek for not responding the right way or not lyrically murdering this dude who he really lyrically should have murdered. Right. But if you look at it from a business aspect, I mean, he may have had to shut up. Somebody in his corner might have said, hey man, you killing your own selves. You got this man on your album, you got him on your single, y'all just did a video, and this is you talking against your own money. I mean, my daddy always taught me, you know, the fish don't swim upstream.
Okay, but on that same token, so okay.
Message.
So you don't want to speak against your own money, but the dude that's with all the money is clowning you.
I mean,
what do you do? You just sit back and like, I ain't gonna say nothing.
I mean, from a business perspective, I'm not gonna lose no money off no words. You know, I mean, I'm definitely gonna put myself in a situation businessly so that I can handle that business. You know, but I'm not gonna say nothing. He said what he said was halfway. You know, it wasn't like if you're gonna open your mouth, you're gonna have to use that microphone like it's a nunchucks.
Ain't no nigga finna come murk me. I mean, as long as I'm making 10 grand plus a show, and I got my own record label, and I'm backed by another record label or some shit like that, I'd rather do it myself.
Okay, well let's reverse.
I mean, boo, are you gonna let him murk you though? If he
kick him in his nuts.
I mean, but if you gonna open your mouth, you gonna go in. It wasn't even. So then, what did he do? That was a half attempt. You know what I'm saying?
He got slept by a half attempt.
I mean, he slept himself by the half attempt.
Meek got slept by a half an attempt.
Okay, but he put a record out.
And then got slept again. He got double slept by I don't know what the shit was called.
Well, see, what I noticed is these artists nowadays, see, where I came from the battle rap. I came from when a nigga rapped in school, you caught the nigga in between passing period and you gave that nigga them bars. You know what I'm saying? Your homie beatbox. You know what I'm saying? You caught that nigga in the hallway with your homie beatboxing, and you gave them niggas them bars. Now, these days, you know, I come from an era where battle rapping, you didn't write those lyrics down. You were dope when it was off your mind. Nowadays, these rappers got 30 days to do research on their opponents and you know.
And write a whole battle.
A whole battle. You know what I mean? K-Shine and DNA, you know, they doing the 2-on-2 battle.
And Meek came from that, though. Meek came from that.
And you know what? A lot of people, they say, you know, a battle rapper can't make good music.
That's not true.
Cassidy.
Cassidy makes good music. Very decent music. You know what I'm saying? He's a dude that has freestyle ability. You know, upper echelon freestyle ability. You know what I'm saying?
I think the statement is more a battle rapper can't make popular music, because it's not about good. I mean, it's good music to people who are looking for lyrics, but is it something I can put on the radio and I'm gonna be able to get consecutive spins and I'm gonna get money off of this and I can put money behind this and a tour package behind that? I mean, sometimes you can, you know. I mean, sometimes going in lyrically, you lose some people. That's the dumb it down.
That's true.
That's
true.
dumbing it down. You
Well,
got to.
I say this to say that.
That's what they want.
Now we're gonna flip the script for a second. So, did Drake get buttons?
Drake got buttons. Drake got buttons. Now hold on. No. Look.
And no, Joey killed him.
Joey Merch your boy. Now it's like this.
Joey's not a singer.
Joey's not a singer. He is a extreme lyricist.
Okay.
Man. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Give me
Joe
some
Budden.
insight on the extreme lyricist.
It's okay. Like
I said, this show is about. When you say something, I want to know in depth what you mean.
So extreme lyricist, somebody that can write his own bars.
Okay.
And they stand out amongst the rest. And Joe is one of those dudes that did that, has a history of doing it.
Crazy as he might be, Joey is not to be messed with that pen.
Hey, Murdoch, let's get a cheer for the extreme lyricists, man. Let's get some cheers going for the extreme lyricists, man.
Right.
You know, shout out to extreme lyricists because we the last ones left. So basically, when you have an artist who, because Drake gains nothing from dissing Joe Budden.
Drake gains nothing from any of this.
But it proves the point though that it's business. You know, Joe Budden is trying to get. I mean, it make more sense for him to say something now. I mean, okay, ain't nobody gonna say nothing to him. Well, I low key know him, and I low key know that I can eat him up, and I low key am not relevant right now.
And I low key know that he's a fan.
I mean,
of me.
That part.
He's told me this on my own show. So you know, that's like.
And then shooting shots though. He said what did he say? Don't take it in vain. Yeah. We all used to listen to you.
Okay.
We all used to listen to
situation. That's hella personal too.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? I remember watching was it Sway and Tech back in the day, and fucking Saphir took on the entire high road.
Okay.
And some shit got real personal, man. And Saphir fucked around and murked off the whole goddamn squad. And I was like, God damn. And that was the first time I seen something personal enter a battle. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you see with Drake and Joe Budden. Somehow, some way, somebody screwed somebody's chick. Nigga gave him a pass. Said something about dudes.
He used your lyrics in a burst. Pump it up.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying. So with all that being said, they have a history, and that shit got personal. And Joe took it private. I mean, he took it public. And
let me ask you another question: is it easy for an artist to hear lyrics and take offense to them if he doesn't know the person or knows the person?
Yeah.
I mean, is it easy for an artist to misconstrue?
I mean, look at a text message. If somebody sends you a text message and they say, "Yeah, I'm on my way," yeah, fuck that bitch. If it's not a LOL behind it, they might not be laughing.
Well,
it's like,
that's true. That's true.
Bitch?
Well, Waka got that game a couple weeks ago about, you know, niggas wearing no shirts and dick huggers and Waka says he wasn't talking about Game, and that Game could have, if he thought that he was talking about him, Game could have contacted him and he would have told him he wasn't. Now, me personally, I've seen the videos and I feel that Waka was directly talking to Game. Now, Game responded saying, you know, the dick pics ain't for you, they for the women, blah 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 blah. If you got a problem with Game, you know, we're on this, you know, Black Lives Matters thing. Unfortunately, Black Lives Matter in 2016, but that's another show, another subject. So you know, I feel like that. I feel like if Waka says that he didn't mean to offend Game, but kind of blatantly as a viewer, I felt that he did too. You know, the next video was, I didn't mean that, Game. You could have called me.
Well, I mean, of course, in a public setting, he gonna have to say that, but Waka was low-key speaking some real shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, from what I take from it, he don't appreciate guys that go all violent and then turn around and hide behind the Black Lives Matter card. I think that's more or less where he was coming from.
Right.
And it got misconstrued because he was saying, you know, the rest of how he felt, and Game gonna take it upon himself to say.
Ray, how you feel, Ray? How you feel?
I mean, I really didn't see the tweet or the post when it came to the walk-in game thing, but I mean, from what you guys are saying, and I really don't like the. I understand someone saying that I don't want to see no rappers with their shirts off and dick pics and all that shit. I mean, because that's not hip hop.
That's not hip hop.
That's not hip hop. That's not what this is for. I mean, and I understand Game saying that that's not for you, but I feel you if it's in a hip hop form. And that's what you're putting forth for everybody in hip hop to see. It's like, brother, that's what you want me to see. I mean, it is for me and everybody else that you wanted to see that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, so I'm not with that.
So look, after these breaks, we're gonna talk about where hip hop took a turn. Let's talk about what hip hop took a turn after these breaks. So I guess we're gonna go into ungrateful because a lot of these people in this industry is ungrateful. Like I said, we are in the field hip hop, powered by GrindFace, FNG Productions. Tune in on IELiveTv.com. I'm your host, KritaCali Acclaimed. After these breaks, we'll be right back.
Yo, what's up? Shout out to GrindFace. You already know what it is. Your boy Spectacular. New single, number 34 on the charts, independent. Moolah Music, GrindFace. Yeah.
See, this is the part where I strap on the mag. Make a masterpiece and niggas want a piece. The way I put the homies on, I think I'm masterpiece. If you been about that life, then why you asking me? Bitch, we been independent with a splash of free. But we ain't into all them tragedies and them casualties and actuality. We all know life's hard. All this pain, can't forget about the boulevard. And this passion is the reason why we go hard. If you the boss and they don't eat, then it's your fault. 1,000 niggas dead and it was your call. I'm trying to live on that picture on the postcard. I'm a boss, I ain't into getting low ball. One call, get you knocked off. Pablo have it looking like you dozed off. But I ain't into all the tragedies and them casualties and actuality. We all know life's hard. What would I come back for? Niggas talk shit, that's just how they act though. Niggas cross me, you didn't make your match though. Niggas say they great, I'ma make them ungrateful. Yeah. I got the city like, yeah. Niggas frontin', talking about money, they don't need nothing.
It don't take much to get me going, cause I'm trained to go. Came in this game humble. I feel like Marvin Jumbo. Y'all niggas looking for a spot, can't even ride the bitch. Niggas looking for my spot, cause they can't find they bitch.
But I ain't into all them tragedies and them casualties and actuality. We all know life's
I'm on some out uptown shit, cause I'm best alone. Knowing I can roll out with my dogs and sick y'all, or get them all alone. Lyrical holocaust, so haul his ass off home. Heaven to hell, where my feet go, most of these niggas never dwell. I'm doing shit you wasn't meant to do. Some of it, I never tell. My loyalty is deeper than your intel. I'm just a light-skinned blunt nigga with a dimple. Till I smoke a blunt. So nigga roll another up.
But we ain't into all the tragedies and them casualties and actuality. We all know life another game. What would I come back for? Niggas talk shit, that's just how they act. Niggas cross me, you didn't make your match. Niggas say they great, I'ma make them ungrateful. I got my city life. I got the city life. Niggas frontin', talking about money, they don't mean nothing, nigga. They don't mean nothing, nigga. They don't mean nothing, nigga. Talking about money, they don't mean nothing, nigga. They don't mean nothing, nigga. They don't mean nothing. Niggas frontin', talking about money, they don't mean nothing, nigga. 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 Niggas frontin', talking about money, they don't mean nothing, nigga. FieldGs, no bueno. Hey, Jay, what it do, nigga?
Yo, what's up? We're back on NTheField TV, powered by GrindFace, FNG Productions, IELiveTv.com. I'm your host, KritaCali Acclaimed. And we're back. We're here every Sunday from 8 to 9. Tune in, world. We're going to bring you some of the dopest artists. We're going to bring you some of the dopest performances. We're going to give you the nightlife. We're going to give it to you all. This is our first show. So on our first show, we definitely want to celebrate. We want to, you know, talk about hip-hop and enjoy the time. So, you know, shoot, man, you know what? Hey, give me one more round of applause for the crew. AJ Hayes, KG, you know, give me one more round of applause. Murdoch, IELiveTv.com. Check us out. So, like, I'm here back with my guests, my brother, my cousin, my colleagues, my group members, Ray Hustle, Day Rue. Before we left, we were talking about the artists and how, you know, the game has changed and made a turn for the worse. So, with that being said, where did hip-hop take a turn for the worse? I mean...
Well, you know, it had its glory years in the mid-'90s. You know what I'm saying? You know, 95 was my favorite year. You know what I'm saying? Just being alive and being in hip-hop. That's when I first started rapping.
Okay.
And the way I see it, once it hit like the mid-2000s, like after 04, shit just changed. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
You know, the new Lil Wayne era kicked in, and you know what I'm saying, and then their birth, the Sweet Daddy Pants and shit, and you know what I'm saying.
Sweet Daddy Pants.
It's the truth, you know. It ushered in a new era of fuckery to me, because there used to be some type of rules to hip hop. You know what I'm saying, like, you know.
Explain some of those rules to me, because I'm your little brother. So, like I said, history. This is one of the men that molded me as an artist. You know, so you know I'm very excited to have him as a guest, and so when you say, you know, rules, that's one of the first things that you introduced me to when I said I wanted to be an artist. So when you say rules, what are some of the rules that pertain to hip hop that they're unwritten, but they're rules?
Like a cardinal sin, you know what I'm saying, from my generation, you know what I'm saying? A cardinal sin was, if I'm spitting bars and let's say I was spitting some Pac bars, I would reference Pac in what I'm talking about.
It was no style snatching.
No, it was no types of plagiarism. Like, no,
okay.
You had to you put somebody's stamp when you use their work.
Okay, you shouted them out. You gave them their credit,
and it had its own art form. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm in there and I'm spitting and I start styling and shit get good to me, and I throw a Biggie line out there, nigga, I just burnt you with that Biggie line, and I'm gonna put Big's credits on there, and I'm gonna burnt you with the credit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it had its own type of it was just it
was unwritten rules, yeah. And back to Drake. I don't see this boy done broke every cardinal rule. Drake, you breaking rules, bro. That's
he's a habitual line stepper.
Here you go.
Habitual line stepper.
Habitual line stepper.
There was a situation where Drake took Rapper Forte's lyrics, and I mean, when I originally heard them on that YG record, I knew where they came from. It was a dope verse. It was a dope verse for the original person who wrote it. But he took his verse. I just seen him take Too Short's verse too, and with no reference. So you stole Rapper Forte's style and didn't mention that man in the song.
I mean, and then we'll make that. Not to interrupt you,
ahead, no.
We'll make that poppy. And then in the next song, he'll diss us for allowing him to be the most popular rapper in this area in the United States. Like it's like, brother, you use all your references are from American culture.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, you disrespect the fact that we appreciate that you're using American culture. Like nobody is like TLC. I mean, it's just.
Oh, he just took DMX said that he wasn't too fond of Drake in a comment, and Drake called him and actually got him to do a sample on his album. So, I mean, you know, he makes
the music is fly though.
Yeah, this is the thing
Can't
about
say the
Drake.
music ain't fly.
Drake he says everything you want to hear.
Craig David.
Craig David.
Craig
you
David.
talking about Tuesday on a Monday?
Craig David. Drake didn't shit out of Craig David. I don't give a fuck nobody say. Like I said, Drake, I respect you. I respect your machine. I respect your grind. Like I have nothing to say about your grind. You're one of the smartest dudes I know.
So you respect the OVO sweatshop?
Yeah, I respect it. Business wise, shit, yeah, I do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But on top of that, nigga, you're Craig David. That's how I feel about it. Like,
Yeah, the lyricist and the '80s baby in me makes me frustrated that that's it. That all we hear is Drake. That's all we gonna hear on the radio is Drake. Every rapper's reference is to some type of Drake style. I mean, and he saturated the market. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to. I mean, it's a shout to his artistry. How much we hear of him, you know? But it's just I feel as though the originality has changed to where it's more work as opposed to when he first started, and it was more original the things that he was doing. Now it's work where he's doing remixes.
What about
and,
Kendrick though?
I mean,
because
Kendrick,
what I've noticed
Kendrick
in hip-hop
always
now,
got that work.
What I've noticed in hip hop now, and this is just from where I stand is you have bubblegum and you have lyricists. You know, and back in the day, you couldn't get on if you're a bubblegum. If you were bubblegum, you made a song on accident, you were a one-hit wonder. Now one-hit wonders have careers. And niggas that are dope lyricists are one-hit wonders. You know what I mean? So when I look at Kendrick, K-Dot, you know, I admire him because he definitely sheds light on the real.
okay, so you'll take, and I hate to do it, but so you could take Drake and Kendrick Lamar and split them side by side, right? And here's the big difference. You know what I'm saying? Both of them have a machine. Both of them are well-respected artists. And then you have the differences in hip-hop to me. Drake is not hip-hop. Drake is pop. Kendrick is hip-hop. Kendrick is lyrics. Kendrick writes his own shit. You know, I'm not gonna say you don't have a team.
Okay. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say you don't have a team behind it like this, but when you writing your shit, you can tell. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Kendrick takes on, you know what I'm saying, the Eminem spirits. You know what I'm saying? He takes on the Tech Nines, that new West Coast flavor. You know what I'm saying? He brings a whole movement with him. It's just the difference. You know what I'm saying? So I would say Kendrick is of course hip hop, and I wouldn't even include Drake to me.
Shout out TDE, by the way, because TDE, I feel like as a whole, you know, Schoolboy Q, Kendrick, J Rock, Absol, I met these guys personally, and as seeing them move, you know, they handle themselves and conduct themselves by those rules that we were telling you guys about, those unspoken, those unwritten rules. They handle themselves just like that because they come from that essence, and for them to build a label under that essence is amazing. So shout out TDE, but I definitely want to get into mixtapes and albums. So because you gave me two perspectives. So mixtapes and albums, like, what do you want more from your favorite artists?
I mean, I definitely want some vicious mixtape music and accompanied by some well thought out, well penned album music. Like I don't mind that freestyle. I don't mind the Newports in the booth. I want all that on my mixtape. I want to hear the gutter, the grimy part of you. But when you get to that album, I need to see that work. So, I need to see you on that pen.
So should the artist be able to do both?
I mean, I think that an artist should be able to do both.
Okay.
I think that it's a criteria in hip hop that you should be able to put out a good mixtape project as well as good quality album singles so that you're able to show the depth of your artistry. I mean, everything's not going to be commercial, but you do have to play to the commercial part of hip hop, you know?
Okay, well, I say that
Weezy did it the best for a while.
That. Thank you. I was going to say that. Weezy, he would drop a mixtape to lead into that album. But I also will say 50 Cent, the G Unit crew, you know what I mean? Those guys pioneered that mixtape game because, you know, leading up, they gave you so much body of music that when you couldn't get that music for free, you were going to pay for it. You know what I mean? And that's message. So, you know what I mean? That's the main thing that you want to put behind that is having a double entendre with your career and as an artist, you know what I mean, to be able to write lyrics, because every artist has throwaway lyrics. Every artist has lyrics that just won't make the cut, but they're dope, you know, and it might need to go over the latest instrumental that came out that's probably top 40s or, you know, on the sound scan. So, you know, a lot of these artists, they put that together, and I respect it. Like, so when 50 Cent came out with a lot of his mixtape coming up, you know, when they launched Game dropped mixtapes. You know, and he had to keep that formula in order to kind of, you know, fend 50 off.
Well, that kind of leads in, with the whole mixtape thing. It also, like, mixtapes are important. You know what I'm saying? You give a lot of free or discounted music. You see, which also, but what fucks it up, coming from an older era, is it devalues music too. You see what I'm saying? So the music that I have on iTunes and shit like that gets dwarfed by somebody outside on the street corner selling their mixtape for $5. It devalues the fucking the whole principle of what we're doing. To me, business. And I'm talking about business wise. You can have your street hustles and that's dope, but it really does kill off. And the reason why music changed and where it's at today, and all these independent artists and all these independent labels, God bless y'all, I'm one of them, came from some way that, slanging mixtapes. It changed everything. I remember Napster and all this bullshit changed the whole face of music. You see what I'm saying? So now with mixtapes, you have platforms so that MC Nobody can get his music off for free or like I said, like $7, $8.
Yeah, well,
whatever,
that's what DatPiff does. DatPiff.
Yeah, and I would like to also add to that. Like, I feel like mixtapes are the hors d'oeuvres, and the album is the main course. I mean, if you throw in the party, you're gonna feed people. Gonna be there to eat. But you can't give them the main course in the beginning, because then everybody gonna be full off the steak. They're not gonna pay attention to stuff that's supposed to be going on at the party. But you give them hors d'oeuvres, they're gonna be talking. The buzz is going. Somebody might want something to drink. They're gonna go hit the bar, and then it's turning up. Now it's time to sit down and enjoy this meal that I spent some money on and invited you to get here. And that's how I feel like artists should approach the mixtape and the album game. I mean, that's the hors d'oeuvres, but you got to put that good out there. Don't nobody want no nasty hors d'oeuvres, no fried pickles. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. The culture as far as weed in hip hop, the tree game, we dabbing, we rolling joints, that's a big part in what's going on. So November 6th, they be passing a law in California about doing, legalizing tree. So, I definitely want to touch bases on that real quick.
Well,
it goes hand in hand.
Weed and hip hop, it goes hand in hand, because weed is a herb that's the poor people been using for eons. You see what I'm saying? Hip hop is also something that came from a poor situation. So you bet damn, you better understand that it's going to be with
with hip hop. There's going to be weed. I mean, and that's just what it is. I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand. At first, it was a kind of a taboo thing, but now, I mean, it's 2016. It's a progressive thing. It's more different forms of cannabis to use, and it's not just that someone is backdoor selling weed now. It's a actual legitimate business here in California.
Okay, real quick. Thank you, because I really appreciate that, because I really wanted to get that out there, to the viewers. Who you guys listening to? I'll start off with Ru. Who you listening to, man, as an artist right now? Who you got in your deck?
Tech Nine, Eminem, Kendrick. Myself, FieldGs, Retro Nutty, Robbie Bushido, you know what I'm saying? KritaCali Acclaimed, you know what I'm saying? It's lyricists. That's
Ray, who you listening to?
J. Cole, Kendrick. I kind of been on my old school stuff, so I've been listening to some Stevie Wonder.
What about that Fab, man? You got me on that Fab a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, the Fab is vicious. That Fab is vicious.
KG had me on that too.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you guys for being here. It's our first episode, man. Give it up for our first episode real quick.
Yeah.
NTheField powered by GrindFace.
Thanks for having us.
IELiveTv.com. Shout out to
FNG Productions.
We're going to leave you guys with a video.
It's the FNG.
I'm your host, KritaCali Acclaimed. We definitely want you to tune in every Sunday, 8 to 9, fellas. World, ladies, look at us, tune in. We'll be back Sunday, so you better be right there with your popcorn and your family. So, like I said, I thank you guys for coming.
Yep.
No. I'm definitely going to have you guys back. Keep us posted on your artists, keep us posted on your music. And I'm going to start playing that and putting it in the service, in the program. And I'll see y'all, when we get back to it.
Yes, sir.
FieldGs.
That part.
Shout out to FieldGs. Shout out to Squad, FNG Productions. Like I said, you are now in the field. iTunes. Check us out. KritaCali Acclaimed. Powered by GrindFace. IELive.com. Tune in every Sunday. Good night, world.
Are we rolling? Yo, what it is, ODM, voice of the IE, 90.1 KTGI, aka your mama's favorite DJ, that rapper, lighter shade of brown from back in the day. Man, it's all about GrindFace, a pearl. GrindFace, boy, get it.
See, this is the part where I strap on the Mag Nikes and I slide off in that DeLorean. The chat. Back to the future. I dry off in the lights. And I bathe in the line. I'm addicted to the street light. Nigga, it's my time. And we can talk about it all night. 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 I gotta stay with them. More than a specimen for y'all to watch. I'm expecting what's out of rappers. They hardly hot. It's like God went and pushed the world aside and unveiled the art that can blind your eyes. And this art form is for the hip to hop. Right into the game if you skilled or not. Y'all niggas ain't skilled enough. And my momentum is building up. At this rate, I can pick a building up. Strain myself and fall out $1 million bucks. So if you smell it in your delta, my plane's private, y'all fly delta. Yeah, so fuck the Louis bag, my carry-on is full of arms. Bunch of guns, grenades, and nuclear bombs. The one man Al-Qaeda, had to sing a man down like Rihanna. And I bathe in the line. I'm addicted to the street light. Nigga, it's my time. And we can talk about it all night. And we can talk about it all night. Yeah. And we can talk about it all night. I got you. We can talk about it all night. And we can talk about it all night. KritaCali Acclaimed. Hey. Farewell, hater. I travel around the world like a love letter. And guess what the mailman just delivered? A God in the form of a hood nigga. And y'all dudes useless. Chicken gets it. I'm about to call your girl so we can have dinner. Have a motor booty contest and pick a winner. But life's too short enough about her. I got crack, but I ain't talking about a verse. I want the fans to think that it's just a bunch of words. I sit back and let go, hope the shit works. I ball, pockets full of points. I make music, y'all make noise. Yeah, and crack to the future on the way. All this criticism, KritaCali to blame. Have you seen it going down like Mary Jane? It's a message to you losers and the ones who wait. I'm on.